we do retakes?
Hey, Eugene.
Hey, Rob.
What do you think about the weather here in Alaska?
It's May, and it's gonna snow next week or tomorrow in Homer. That's what I heard. I don't know. I was just hoping that spring came a little earlier, but I suppose it makes sense that it's just like up and down and up and down. Oof. Huh? Oof.
Eugene Chow,
Hi.
what are some of the things that you hope to learn while in Alaska, and how do you plan to implement them when you leave Alaska?
Thanks for the question. I'd love to get a bit of sustainable living, living in off the grid, like what you're doing, figuring out, how to live with animals, with planting my own vegetables, making my own fire and all of that, and yeah, being able to live off the grid so that I can have a less carbon footprint on the earth. And one of my dreams is to build a commune with a theater or a movement space, because I dance and I love to do theater, and have agriculture on the side to feed all the artists that I'm gonna invite to this place, And if I ever get there, I'd love to invite you to come.
Thank you. We hope to come. Large city of close to 5.6 million people. And the name of the country is also the name of that city. Right. My question to you today is, what is your personal definition and relationship with nature?
Good question. And the question that led me out here. From Linz, coming with Europe, the short version of it, and to be honest, is that not enough, I try. I live like 2 kilometers from the coast. There's a football field next to where I stay. Sometimes I go out and I touch the grass, but not enough. I like to say that, being closer to nature and being sensitive is difficult to live in the city, because there can be so much sensory input. So it's difficult to be close to nature in the city. But that's like a personal thing. And it's really nice to kindle that fire here, out where there's less sensory input, and be close to your land.
Eugene Chow, you just described your personal relationship with nature. I'm interested in what you think the Singaporean common relationship with nature is, whether it's the government, whether it's the people. How do they view nature?
This is where it gets a little dark, where I think at large, Singapore is land scarce and very money driven. So the land being used as a financial resource to convert it into ports, to buildings or high-rise buildings, also for people to stay in residential places, is a thing that's been happening for Singapore. Although I know there are a lot of sustainable initiatives that are coming up, eco-friendly initiatives, and my dad also does an eco-friendly, is in the eco-friendly industry. So I want to say that we're doing more and doing better, but we're coming out from this. I guess maybe we're busy surviving in Singapore.
and we don't have enough land, so we don't have enough nature. We don't have enough trees. We don't have enough. What we do have is bodies. That's the natural resource for Singaporeans. Bodies, the the workers, and brains.
Eugene Chow, as you are propagating apple trees that will hopefully grow into being big, fruitful fruit trees to provide for my family here in Alaska and other community members in the future, I'm interested in what you think about food security.
That's a really good question, Rob. I think I've been lucky, right? With my family and living in the city, food comes by a lot easier, right? I guess financially I'm lucky, and staying in the city, food is just a click away. You know, Deliveroo, Grab Food, Uber Eats. Everything is just really simple to get food, and I don't have to think too much about it. But I can see living like in rural places, how just the next meal becomes like incorporated into the routine, right? Because it takes longer to prepare food. It takes longer to get food there. But on the other hand, we just had grilled cheeseburgers the other day, and it was so fast, so quick. So I guess, in short, I'm a lucky guy.
Eugene, what are your experiences with Asian racism?
I love that question. It's one that has sat with me for a long time as an Asian living in the Western world, and it's evolved through the years. But I think mostly it goes back to this inner desire to just be a human, and being able to say that I am human first, and then I'm an Asian, and I have an Asian mask or an Asian archetype that I live up to that is deep-seated within me, maybe even unconsciously because of my upbringing. And being able to separate that and say, oh, hey, look, that's what being an Asian means in this part of the world, and what being an Asian means in other parts of the world. And by doing that, and it allows me to just be human and to not see the separation within myself. Although, of course, I can see when I'm in the Western world, people, when I was in Italy, there was this lady, as I was biking by, she literally lowered down her sunglasses to look at me like that. But like this journey, it allows me to laugh at it, Yeah, so... And yeah, it allows me to laugh at this Asian archetype that has been sort of like, I wouldn't say separated, but like I have sort of like, it's kind of like when you pull out a weed. I wouldn't say Asianness is a weed, but when you pull out something, right? I'm just trying to make the connection to farming. When you pull out and you see the roots and you see everything that it is, and then I can say, this is what it is. And you were part of me, and we can be together, and maybe I can transplant it to some place better, within me, and to coexist with it in a healthy sense of the word. And if I can do that for myself, then it's so much easier for me to do that with people who begin to project racism, begin to project the sense of otherness onto me. And if I can heal the otherness or the outsider complex within myself, then it's so much easier for me to hold space for others as they do this otherness separation against me. you know. Yeah, that's I think that's where it's at for me.
Eugene Chow.
That's me.
Can you tell me in your own words, what does it mean to be an artist? And what does it mean to be a professional artist?
Yeah, that's a question of my life. That's a question of, I suppose, many lives, but this one, I get to be an artist. And I think an artist studies the human condition. What brings joy, what brings sadness, what makes us angry, what makes us relate, what stops us from relating. And I suppose my artistry, the way I go about doing art, is that I feel like I need to embody all these emotions within me, to move them, to feel them so I can understand them, I suppose, so that my body can understand them. And then express that. That's what I got today.
That's great. Beautiful. Wow. Eugene Chow, can you tell us a few things about what it was like growing up in Singapore?
Wow, Singapore. Well, we grew up pretty poor, but then we became less poor, so life got pretty easy. I suppose when I was, when I was around 10, and I have my parents to thank for that. But what I would always do is play a lot and not study. And in Singapore, like the measure of success is you have to study, you have to work really hard, you have to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. These are the success, right? And everything else was by the side. So I used to play a lot, and with my friend Han Long, we used to run around on the edges of the school, so much so that our teachers would tell us to stop running, stop playing, So that was kind of like, some memories from growing up in Singapore.
Thank you. Mr. Eugene Chow, what brings you all the way to the fringes of Alaska from Singapore?
Wow, fringes of Alaska, right? When I was really young, my substitute literature teacher got me a book that talked about Alaskan wolves, and I was just sold. I was like, the imagery, the landscape, everything on the edge of society, the ice, the wildness, the connection to the earth and the hearts, There was so much there, and I think it stuck with me for a long time. And more recently, I discovered, or I felt like the strong need to connect again to the earth, to explore farming, sustainable living, to harm the earth less, to just live and let live, and be on earth as people can be, Join me this Sunday and next Sunday at Vanilla Arts at 5 to 7 p.m. See you there.
Eugene, what are some qualities that make up a good human?
Good human. Someone who knows when to be and just be. Someone who knows when to do and do. someone who cares, someone who cares too much rather than cares too little. Love is a understatement of all of that, I think. And holding ourselves to high standards, you know? Holding ourselves, not just, I'm a human, and I want to hold myself to high standards. I want to hold the people around me to high standards as well. To know when to give joy, to know when to receive joy, to be part of it, to be part of the cosmic dust, and to be stardust, you know.
That what that
Angel of despair, never fear. It will protect you all night long, Primrose.
Hi, Primrose.
Hi.
Can you tell me what makes up a good friend?
Poo.
Poo-poo?
Yeah.
What else?
Like it's my cardigan and my necklace poo-poo.
Yeah.
Very smart words.
Where'd you get that necklace? Your great-grandma.
From my great-grandma.
Nice. How do you like having Eugene around?
For poo-poo.
Do you like playing with Eugene?
Poo-poo.
Yeah.
I'm a good friend.
Eugene has been a good friend, huh, Prim?
All done.
All done.
Dad,
Yeah.
can I want one of those?
Eugene,
Yeah,
what do you think about Alaska so far?
fun. Super chill. You know, it's the end of the world experience. You guys gotta come and experience it. It's spring.
How do you like doing this type of work? The menial tasks.
It's great. I think we've got to put some effort into the body. You know, we gotta work on all things. We gotta work on this. We gotta work on this. Yeah, put some work into the land with the body.
Hey, Eugene.
Hey.
So you just had a close friend die.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think about death. How it makes you feel to have a close friend pass away.
Man, I think I'm still processing it. There's a lot of emotions. There's like, I wish I could have done more, but also it's not my position to do more. What could we have done? Why her? You know. Yeah. She was very dear to me in the tango community. You know, I met her there, and she was able to dance with a lot of joy. She was able to let go of a lot of, and just see you dancing with each other for what it was, just dancing. And that's what I appreciated most about her. And that's now taken away, and I don't know how to process that. The part of me that existed when she was alive is now gone.
Eugene,
Hey,
what is the purpose of life?
the purpose of life is whatever you make of it. And right now is making a Shinto gate.
Hey, Eugene.
Hey.
When you arrive in Singapore, what is your day going to look like? And the next week?
Woof. On that day, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm going to go for a swim. I'm gonna meet a friend for coffee. I'm going to go for an audition. Go for dinner with my parents. And try to sleep in my bed. And I don't think it's gonna be very easy. Because I think I've gotten used to this, man. I'm gonna miss chopping firewood. There's gonna be none of that. I'm gonna miss Primrose going, Eugene, Eugene. And I'm gonna miss you, Rob. I'm gonna miss the family. Wow. I wish I could come back next year.
You
It would be
can.
really good. Yeah. It is not goodbye. Yes. Yes.
Hey, Eugene,
Hey.
tell me what you think about ghosts and spirits and the afterlife.
Oh. This is a Shinto trellis, and Shinto means 神道, which means the path to the sacred. And I believe in the supernatural. I believe in the spiritual. I believe that they're all around us. I believe there are high vibrational ones, there are low vibrational ones. They're just everywhere, you know? And whatever you believe, Rob, I hope that when you step through it, you get magic. I wish only magic for you and your family.
Eugene,
Yeah.
what do you think about goodbyes?
They're difficult, man. They're difficult. I think that goodbyes are needed so that we can say hi again.